Hey, Daddy-O. I thought I would just show you what's in this case. Take a few minutes and show you. There's a lot of stuff, and actually some of it I'm already forgetting where it all came from, but above I've got those pictures there, and then I've got this picture of Mom when she was a little girl, and of course her mom and dad. And then I've got Mom's. And I was trying to see. Hold on just a minute. Anyhow, there's a lot of stuff in this cabinet. Bear with me, I'm gonna get my knee pad out so we can look a little closer. So that little stove, the black iron stove, is what, if I'm not mistaken, that was Lisa's dad's, and I think that Indian, wasn't that yours? Actually, I can't even remember now. But look at that picture. I love that picture. That's my favorite one. And I've got all kinds of just fun little gadget stuff. Like there's one, the Browning limousine knife, and then of course milk bottle from when Bud was a milkman, and just all these things. I got Papa's stamp that they used when they would embroider letterhead and things like that. And then I think this $2 bill you were telling me maybe is what you actually carried in your wallet for a long time. I can't really remember. And of course, when Papa went to Cuba, I think that's what that's from. And his pocket watch, look at that knife. Right there. And there's some other stuff. Here's your, I was at Lions Club. I can't even remember what that was from. See if it'll focus in on that. It may not. Top Hat Club. And then this is that little half dime. I'm gonna get it out. Let's see. Here, just for a minute. Yeah, half dime. And this is your old business card. Put that back on there. And some of these knives are ones that Lisa's dad collected and just had used for a long time. And so I've got a bunch of stuff back there. I'm trying to come back a little bit where you can actually see it a little better. All right, I got a bunch of stuff on this next shelf. Let's see here. I'm gonna actually, this is a tripod. I'm gonna see if I can sit it down for a minute. All right, so in here we just have a bunch of books, a lot of stuff from Papa when he was a pastor, his concordance and things like that. But I've also got another one of his, I don't know if that's what you call that, screen print or something that they would use. When they were making letters or letterheads or something like that. Huntington Engraving Company, 8th Street, Huntington, West Virginia. So not for sure exactly what all that was, but obviously his nameplate. And then I've got Mom's nameplate, and this was Mom's dad's pocket knife. So Charles Hall, Pop, I don't even know what they called him because he had passed long before me. And then back here, sitting in this corner, let me get that out. Hold on just a minute. This was Papa's not embroidering, that would be for stitching. Bear with me here for just a minute. Well, oh yeah, you open it like that. But it says Browning Incorporated when you stamp a piece of paper with it. It's pretty neat. So it's like it's not a notary thing, but it's something that you make official. Sorry, I'm not looking in the camera as I'm playing with it here. Actually, let's see what it says. I'm gonna get a piece of paper. I don't know if we'll be able to see this or not. Browning Incorporated, seal, West Virginia. So it says Browning Incorporated, West Virginia seal. So I think that's what a lot of people used back in the day when they were doing some type of official business, I guess. They would put that on their letterhead because, hold on, let me put this back. I guess it was kind of the official representation from your desk, because here was another one. Let me stamp it, see what it says, because I think this one's Mom's. Well, I did it and now I can't get it to release. Let's see, bear with me. All right. This one just says, the Library of Louise Browning, so LHB. So that's this other one that I have that was sitting right here. And then the Liberty Bell, that was Mom's, if I'm not mistaken. And now I'm losing my thought on that one. I was thinking she had this for a long time from somebody in the family. Let me see if I can see anything on there. Well, I can't hardly tell. And then I got some of Mom's stuff up here in the top from her service. But that was the second shelf there we just looked at. And that's the top shelf. Now the bottom one, we got some interesting goodies. Let me get settled here. Oh, sorry for all the movement, but I'm trying to hold this and move all at the same time and slide the camera down here where we can get us a good view. So in this corner down at the bottom shelf, we have Lisa Browning's radio, Lisa Butcher Browning, that only had FM. It was an FM radio when she was a little girl back in the late 60s, early 70s. This was her radio that she used in her bedroom and would listen to. at night, or just whenever, I guess. So that was neat. And there's a couple more milk jugs from Bud Butcher. And then here we have your Old Testament. Look at that. I mean, Old Testament, New Testament that is old. This one is the one that you got from Tribeca. So, boy, it's actually pretty good shape in the middle. It's not bad. Look at that. So that one sits right here. And these are some old coins that Louise kept. And so, or she collected. As a matter of fact, one of them reminds me of the Parrots of the Caribbean. That probably won't mean much to you, but Anne Browning would know what I'm talking about because it's, hold on just a minute, I gotta get it. It's one of the coins they refer to. It's one of the pieces of 8. Wow, I wish I could, there it is. Piece of 8 from Spain. 1698. So in the movie, they had to have 9 pieces of 8, I think it was, or something like that. I can't remember. But that's actually a real piece of 8 from Spain there. You would think they're worth something, but they're actually not worth a whole lot. I think there was just several and still are. You can still get your hands on them pretty well. But I leave that one there. And then I got some interesting things here. I'm gonna get all these out. I'll show them to you one at a time in just a minute. But behind this is Pawpaw's diploma. It's his real diploma from Tribeca. I'm looking through the camera to see what the date is. June 1943. See that? Isn't that something else? And then back here I've got the poster. Tent Revival. So, hold on, let me get that put back in there. And then I think this is one of your class pictures. Just trying to get it to focus. Maybe I can go through and move them across real slow. And then this is Pawpaw's scrapbook. It's a little harder to show you. Let me scoot the camera back a little bit because it is falling. I mean, if I open it up, I'll try to open a little bit of it up. Hold the camera down here. Hold on just a minute. Bear with me here. I'm gonna figure this out here a little bit better than that. But you can see I mean, it's got all kinds of stuff in it. But it's pages and pages of Pawpaw. I won't sit here and flip through them all, but it's... Anyhow. There's one with you in it. Son of man pastor will assist father. Browning Furniture Store, planning new store. Look at that. Anyhow, I don't even want to flip it open too much because I don't want it to, it is so fragile. So fragile. I gotta get Reese back up here and show him the articles about the furniture store. So that was one item. This is, I think it's Betty's Bible. Betty Dawes. Let's see, it sure is. So I've got Betty's Bible, and I can't remember what this one is, but this one was, oh yeah, presented to Master John R. Browning. Something about the revival, maybe, during a revival. And this is wood. That's nice. And then this one is, this is one of my favorites. This is Mom's dad's Bible that his wife got him. That, and again, I don't even know what we called them because I wasn't, I mean, they were passed away, but we'll just say Grandfather and Grandmother Hall, because I don't know if they went by. But look at that. 1954. So this was Grandfather Charles Hall's Bible, I guess he used a lot. It's even got red letter in it. I wonder how much this thing cost when they made that back in the day. That's amazing. Oh, there's more. There's more. So over here in this corner, oops, sorry about that. It's the goodie boxes. Those are your tie pins, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I'm gonna do the camera down again like I did before. It's easier to show this. I've got those. I've got Pawpaw's gold chain they gave him for playing football in high school. Look at that. It says, I don't know if we can get it to focus or not, but I'm gonna just kind of try to see if I can. It's gonna be hard to get it to focus, but it says John R. Browning, center. So of course he played the center position. Yeah, it's gonna focus on my hands, but I'm gonna try it anyhow. Let's see. $19.25. Well, you can see that. It focused on that, 1925. His football chain. And then he had a pen. It says rah rah. But that was the football pen they probably pinned on their jacket, their school jacket, I bet. Put those back in there. So, and I have Bud Butcher's cufflinks. Look at this. I mean, that right there, that's something else. I need to wear that. That's incredible. Look at that. Sorry I can't get it to focus the way I'd want, but that's not too bad. But he's got a whole bunch of them. But, of course, nobody has as many as John R. Jr. does, because I have yours right here. Needless to say, there's a few more in this one. So, yeah. Look at that. I mean, how can a man wear all of these things? Look at all them tie holders. One's a thermometer. I mean, come on. Look, here's one that's National Life. Let's see if I can pull it out. Well, it's just not going to focus. I know, sorry about that. Maybe if I get the case out of the way, I can get it to... I'm just going to keep going down until it... Oh yeah, it's just not going to focus on that. Because I can't hold it and mess with the focus and all that at the same time. But that one did say National Life. Here's one just has your name on it. And then all these cufflinks. That ring. So I've got the cufflinks and Papa's necklace and Bud Butcher's cufflinks. His box doesn't close very well. And then I have a few more goodies in here. This is just some old matches that my mom was collecting at one time, but it does have some of the old Browning stuff. That one, look at this one. Elect Browning for circuit clerk. So this was the first round, it looks like. And then I've got a few more. The rest of these are just stuff Mom had in here collecting years ago. And then I'm pretty sure this was from you, this Lincoln Kennedy penny. I don't think that's from Mom anyhow. And then this is kind of interesting. This is just an old album of small little 45 records. And I'm just keeping them because I think it's neat. And anyhow, there's several in here. The whole thing is full of little 45 records. And yes, they are old. Let's see, and then we got one more box in here. This one contains all the letters. Not all the letters, but some letters that were written to you when you were at Tribeca by your mama and daddy. Let's see. Look at that letterhead. That's something else right there now. May 13th. Wonder what year this was. Let's see if it's postmarked. We can read it. Hold on just a minute here. I can't tell if that says 1951. It's hard to tell. But I can tell you what, it was only 3 cents to mail a letter. Look at that. That was all right. Huh. Received your letter, or rather your cards yesterday, and I had just sent you a bulletin and told you no more money until you had written us. Well, I mean, by the time you wrote them and they sent you money, that would probably take, what, 2 months? I mean, how did you even do things back in the 50s like that? I mean, that's crazy. I mean, there's a bunch. Look at all these. I got a bunch of them. And I got a few other little knick-knack things in there. Some more pencils of Papa's, you know, when he was running. So, sermon notes that you had. Somebody, I can't remember if this was for you. You had this, or this was Papa's. But anyhow, these were little. I would imagine the Nazarene church had pre-made sermon books that you would just pick the sermon and preach from that. So let's see what we got here. Put some of this back up. And so I got one more thing to show you. Hold on just a minute. Just to give you a perspective again, that was the bottom shelf we just looked at that had the cuff links way back there, and Papa's chain, and my wife Lisa Annette Butcher Browning's radio that she listened to as a kid, and then that little Bible. And then remember the second shelf was concordance. These are the J. Vernon McGee books that you all got me. I still look at those some, and I just left them in here to kind of go with Papa's stuff. And of course, some of his Bibles and all that. Oh, there's something else in here that you might find pretty interesting. And it's this item right here. And I'm going to get it out and show you what it is, but I got to put the phone up on the table. Hold on just a minute. Put the phone up here. Hold on. All right. This is an exact duplicate with the pages marked and bent. How about if I get it straight up? Okay, here we go. Let's do this from here. This is Zig Ziglar's original, one of his biggest selling books ever, Over the Top. And this is an exact duplicate. There's only 20 of these in the world, but these are all his handwritten notes. Now, this book was signed by Howard and Tom Ziglar. But every single marking in this book, including all of the pages, if you'll see, they all have bin tabs. This is where he would get his notes when he was doing his seminars. You see all those red marks and all the pen marks. This is exactly, like I said, what his book looked like. And he would develop his entire program out of this book. And so he would just go through it constantly and check pages and dog ear them and just do all that stuff. You'll see marks and notes. And so anyhow, this, like I said, I don't even know really how they did this, but they reproduced 20 of these that are exactly marked up and dog-eared, exactly like the one he had that he used. And so I have one of the 20, which I think is pretty neat. And then I have something else. So, hold on right here.